Since the Call of Duty franchise hasn't been good since Black Ops 3 released in 2015, I thought I would go back and replay the game where the franchise took off. Modern Warfare. No, not that one, the good one, COD4. I'm not going to cover the previous, four, I think, entries of the Call of Duty series because they're all just World War II games. So, yeah, and the series didn't really take off till Modern Warfare back in 2007. And COD 3 only sold a shitty 1.2 million copies, while COD 4 18 quintupled that, whatever that term is. Sold 18.5 million more copies than fucking shit for ass COD 3. So yeah, and plus COD 4 is my first COD, and I refuse to buy the previous other ones. So yeah. I'm going to try and cover every Call of Duty game from COD 4 through Vanguard, hopefully, and it'll probably take me about a good 6 months, but I'll probably upload a new video between every other COD, so yeah, we'll see. But I'm going to be ranking these games off three categories: campaign, multiplayer, and special modes. You start off as a new guy, Soap McTavish, and you learn the basics from Captain Price as you learn how to navigate through a training course on a boat where the next mission is set to take place. He wants to know if you're good enough to make the squad, which, you are. On the boat, you make your way down to the lower decks where you find a shipping container with a manifest of nuclear weapons. And then the boat explodes and you start to sink, but you end up getting out of there and barely making it alive, jumping onto a helicopter and getting out of there. After the boat, you watch through the eyes of a president of some foreign country in the Middle East. As this president, you are executed by Al-Assad, the bad guy. After seeing this execution broadcasted on live TV, Soap and Price have to save their secret informant Nikolai from the bad Russians, so you can give them the intel on where Al-Assad's safe house is. You then switch over to Paul Jackson of the US Army, and his goal is to capture Al-Assad at a news station where he is broadcasting his message across the Middle East. But he's not there. After the news station, a platoon is pinned down, so you have to go save them and protect them while the tank is being fixed so you can move on to the next location. Back as Soap, after saving Nikolai, your helicopter is shot down and you have to make your way to the extraction site where there's a bunch of fucking helicopters, or just one helicopter in general. It's pretty hard to get past on veteran mode, which I beat this whole damn game on veteran mode so I can get this shitty platinum trophy. But yeah, after that, an AC-130 helps protect you guys as you make it to the helicopter for extraction. Back as Jackson, the tank is up and operational, and there's a new location on Al-Assad, but when you get there, he's gone again. While the US is pulling all of its forces out of the country you are in, you fly around as a chopper gunner, protecting various soldiers. You then save the pinned down team and rescue a pilot whose helicopter went down just for a nuke to go off and for Paul to die. Back at Soap, you find out where Al-Assad is hiding and you sweep through a couple of safe houses, and when you do eventually find him, Captain Price kills him because his old nemesis Imran Zakhaev is behind everything and is basically what's his name? I forgot his name. Al-Assad's boss, basically. Back 15 years ago, Lieutenant Price and Captain McMillan are sent on a secret mission to assassinate Zakhaev. While on this mission, they have to stealthily crawl through miles of radiated Chernobyl just so they can get to an assassination site where they're going to snipe this boy Zakhaev from the roof. After shooting and not killing Zakhaev, you and McMillan have to make it to their extraction points, but a helicopter does end up falling on Captain McMillan, so you have to carry him around through a bunch of shitty-ass, run-down buildings, and you have to carry him to a Ferris wheel where the extraction point is. While at the Ferris wheel, you have to hold off waves of enemies until a helicopter picks you up. And just like the last helicopter that was fucking tough in the last mission, this is one of the hardest missions on Veteran as well. Back in the present day, you set up for a battle waiting for another extraction to pick you and the boys up so you can get out of there. After that, Soap and Price are now working with the US military, and their main objective right now is to capture Zakhaev's kid so he can come out of hiding. But his kid ends up killing himself. After botching that, you head over to a Russian nuclear base to infiltrate to get Zakhaev, just for him to launch the nukes anyway. Once you get into the base, you make it to the control room and disarm the missiles. Then you hop into a couple of trucks and chase Zakhaev through the mountains of Russia. And you get chased by a helicopter for a minute just for the helicopter to catch up with you and blow up the bridge you're riding on currently. While the bridge is falling down, you and your buddies make a final stand, but the helicopter comes back around and, I guess, blows you up again. While everyone is dazed, Zakhaev kills both Gaz and Griggs, people on your squad. But before he can kill you, your Russian friends from a previous mission blow up the helicopter, catching Zakhaev's attention and keep him off guard. While that happens, Price slides you in 1911 and you kill Zakhaev. You get whisked away from the battle for medical attention while watching Captain Price receive CPR. And that's not really the final mission of the game. The final mission is you're on some little airplane and that has been taken over by, I guess, terrorists and to save some hostage and you end up just jumping out. I think that's just a way to show that Captain Price and like the squad, or I guess Captain Price and Soap aren't really dead. But yeah, it's been fucking 14 years, so everyone knows they're not dead. The multiplayer in this game is actually really fun. To me, it's way better than fucking what's the new one? Not Vanguard. I'm recording this before Vanguard comes out. COD4, and the game before that, the new I don't know, Modern Warfare. That the fucking it's like a what's it called? Not a reboot. It's a prequel to this Modern Warfare. But yeah, it's actually really great, and they have a couple of great maps like Shipment, Crash, and Strike Team a few, which they end up pouring over to the new Modern Warfare because all the base maps in that game sucked ass. While this one, some of them are okay, but it's whatever. The weapon classes in this game are kind of basic. You get the M4A1, you get the M16, you get the Dragunov, just some basic ass guns that we see throughout the next couple of Call of Duties. But they all started here. And this one, when you try to do attachments, the only attachments you can really add are a sight or a barrel / suppressor to your weapon, rather than the 60 plus attachments you already have in the later games, like in Modern Warfare and Cold War, and I assume shit for ass Vanguard, which I have to cover in like 7 months when it goes on sale. And in the remastered version of this game, they had a market where you can not really buy skins, but it's more like get like salvage for skins. I think this took place in I think the game prior. I think in World War II, that game they had sort of like a salvage market. You can sell like current skins, something like that. But anyway, they also have a little bit of like loot crates, which took place, I believe, in I'm trying to think the word Advanced Warfare, that game, and they have a couple skins, emblems, icons, some I guess loot weapons you can find in there. But yeah, it's pretty. To me, I know a lot of people dog on the loot crates in like the games. I don't really find like a problem with that, I guess, unless if like the weapons are impossible to get. But this one, they're not that impossible, like compared to like Black Ops 3 and Advanced Warfare. This time you can actually. I think they actually switched it up in World War II, but in this one you can also get that salvage and buy the weapons. I get there's like you get to buy like 8 subset things to get that weapon, which is kind of annoying, but it's whatever. But to me, the multiplayer is really fun. There are no special modes. This game overall is still great and fun, with the campaign kicking off an iconic series and having some of the greatest missions of all time. Some of the most iconic missions being shock and awe when the nuclear bomb goes off or whatever, and all gillied up, which is another great one. Continued off with one shot, one kill, and game over with Price sliding over the gun. To me, that's one of the most iconic I guess scenes in the game, I guess you can say, or throughout the entire Call of Duty lifetime, not just in the Modern Warfare series. The game also introduced one of the most iconic video game characters of all time in Captain Price, with him being the definitive face of the Call of Duty franchise. It's a tie between him and Woods, but Captain Price is miles above Woods. He's not my favorite character in the series, but he is the GOAT of the series. There's no doubt. The multiplayer not being the best, but is a great way for the next upcoming games to get an idea to what to base it off of. The multiplayer in this game is fine. It's not no Modern Warfare 2, which is the greatest to me greatest multiplayer or Call of Duty multiplayer game of all time, and Black Ops 2, another great one, which I do prefer playing way more. But it's a great way to get the series start off, get the more modern versions of the game out. So yeah, it's great way to start off the multiplayer. Even though there are no special modes in this game, that doesn't do anything to it. This game is still great for what it is. If it had what Modern Warfare 2 brought with a special ops mode, which is kind of it's no zombies basically. It's no zombies. It's not no Modern Warfare 3 like wave based game. But this is a great game to kick off the Modern Warfare franchise. It helps set the groundwork for Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, which to me are better in a sense. I love Modern Warfare 3's ending. We'll get to that later. I love Modern Warfare 2's ending. I love the Modern Warfare 2 characters with Makarov, I think his name is, being introduced, and Captain Shepard being introduced. Ghost, one of the more other iconic characters in the Call of Duty franchise or Modern Warfare franchise. But yeah, to me, this game is great. If you haven't played it in a while, download it. Get the old PS3 version of it. Play that if you want to get the like nostalgia feel. And to me, the graphics of the remastered version are just great. That's why I captured all this footage on. I don't have a capture card, I guess, for the PS3 gameplay I could get, but yeah, I'm not doing that. I'd rather do the PS5 because that costs money, and I'm poor. But anyway, the graphics on this game are great in the remastered version. To me, I don't know why, but I feel like the graphics in this are way better than the graphics in Cold War and Modern Warfare, the whatever the fuck it's called, COD. What is it on now? Like 12, 13 maybe. But to me, it's way better, infinitely better. I love the graphics in this game a lot more. And the story in this game is way better than the prequel reboot that came out in 2019, I think it was. But yeah, if you guys, like I said, if you guys haven't played this game in a while, re-download this game. It's so fun. The replayability is kind of low. You just gotta play that first, campaign walkthrough, and it's really fun. It's really fun. And they also have a little intel. It's like a little in-game. I don't know, like fucking loot you can find, I guess. It just adds a little bit more funny things to the game. Like you can switch them on and off. There's like COD Noir thing. It just turns everything black and white. There's another one that has like melon heads and things like that. Where you throw a grenade is another one. Three of them come out, or a couple of them come out. So it's a little fun thing, I guess. But the main replayability is in the multiplayer. And some of the multiplayer maps are fine, like I said, with one of the more iconic ones being Shipment, Crash, and Strike. But there are a couple other good ones that are fine, but those three are the main ones I personally enjoyed playing. But yeah, like I said, the multiplayer is a great way to start off how the next Call of Duties will probably formulate off of it. But to me, this game is great. It's a good 7.5 out of 10, I would give it. It's not no 10. To me, the 10s, there's no such thing as a 10, but the closest thing to a 10 you can get is Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 2. And maybe BO1? BO1's like a 9.5. 9.5 because I prefer Black Ops 2 zombies. But anyway, that's basically it. The review's over. Just get back on this game. It's so much fun.